Hi, I'm Dean from XFI Boats in Melbourne. We're here today to give you guys some handy tips on how to reupholster and retrim the inside of your boat. Today we'll be working on the Wake Life boat. We're going to show you how to fit the carpet into the boat and just a few handy tips on how to go about it and what to do, what not to do, how to make it easier for yourself. So we're going to head on over to our factory where we do all the manufacturing, and we'll get stuck into it. Okay, so now we're in the boat and we're applying all the carpet to the floor. We've spent some time in removing all the old carpet out of the boat, preparing the surface, which you don't have to be too fussy with. Most of the time it's actually good to leave it slightly rough because the contact adhesive sticks to the floor a lot better. So basically, if you've just got any big lumpy bits, you might want to get in here with a grinder or a bit of sandpaper and just knock the edge off it, make it so that it's relatively flat and smooth. So just some things you need to look at when you're actually fitting carpet into a boat. It's always better to do the sides first rather than the floor, so you're not walking around on the floor on your nice new carpet and making it dirty. So what we've done in this circumstance is we've actually applied the carpet to the side of the boat first, and you can see here where I've laid in the floor section now because the side's all done. So now I'm just going to trim it into the edge, do what we call a butt join. Now there's two different ways you can do that. Different people prefer different ways. I actually like to do it with my scissors. So it's just a simple case of pushing the carpet into the edge of the hull, like you see it. Then just come along with your scissors and neatly trim it off. Always just do a bit and then pull it out, push it in, have a look, make sure that you're not trimming it off too short. And then you get a beautiful, nice corner join like you see there. Yeah, so shortly the carpet will be finished. We'll take the boat away because the next step is to bolt the windscreen on. Then we'll be able to get the boat back here at XFI, and we can fabricate and make up the dual observer lounge, and we'll fit the rear seat into the boat and make up the side pockets. We're going to manufacture everything in its raw state first with foam on it, and then we fit it all into the boat, make sure it all fits nicely, and then it's take it all out of the boat, and then we get on with the trimming process where we cut and sew and apply all the vinyl, and yeah, we'll have a nice new interior ready to bolt in, and a pretty good looking boat, I would say, by the end of it all.
Okay, here we are back at Regal Marine again. Thank you, Dean. We're ready to go with the screen. We've chosen a black anodised frame, a little bit more modern with a tint, and let's go.
So here we are in XFI's trim shop now, doing some work on the Wake Life boat. As you can see, the carpet's all finished now. It's got a nice little handy storage locker under here, which is a good place to throw spare life jackets, things like that. So that's all worked out really well. I'm quite pleased about that. Now, we've used the original back seat out of the boat. We've stripped it all down, taken the original old upholstery off the seat and fitted that back into the boat, and basically we use that to judge and to configure the rest of the interior for the boat. So as you can see over here, we've started work on the dual observer lounge, like I mentioned earlier on. Now it's obviously not finished yet. It's a modular thing when we make it. So as you can see, we start off with the base section. We've adjusted the base section to make it the same height as the existing rear seat. So that's one of the reasons why we've placed the rear seat in the boat to start off with, just to get everything so that it all looks like it's meant to be. So for all you DIY fans at home, something like this is quite easy to knock up. You just need to have a bit of forethought and think about what you're doing, judging size and everything to make sure that everything fits nicely in the boat. So that top section simply fits on like that. I've cut out sections in here so that we have very good storage underneath the dual observer seat, and this will simply screw down into the base, and then the base will screw to the floor of the boat. Just a little hint that you want to make sure that when you do screw things down into the bottom of the boat, just be careful how close you get to the edge of the boat so that you don't stick your screws through the bottom of the boat and coming out the other side. So generally you try and keep all your fixing points into the centre where the V of the boat drops away. We also push this back like so, and we put bolts through, and then we can reach up from behind to pull this into the shape of the boat, and then we get that nice flowing rounded shape. So just something, just having a little bit of forethought into the construction of this dual observer. We also need to think about the foam that's going on and how it's going to roll around the corner. So that's a little bit too square there. So what we do is we make a little infill piece like that fits in there. Now we have a soft radius that we can roll the foam around, much more comfortable to sit in, looks really nice, and it should come up for a good result. If we move over to this side of the boat, you can see where we've set up a side pocket design for it. So we simply start off with quite a large sheet of ply, and we create the top shape to suit the ergonomics of the boat, for want of a better term. You can see at the rear there where we've got it marked, we're going to be fitting a speaker in there. And then we've come up with a nice, just soft flowing shape for the cutout for the side pocket there. We're going to fit some netting in along here, like you see in a lot of ski boats and wake boats and stuff like that. And we're also going to put a pocket in the front here. Like I said, you can't have enough storage, and that's a great little spot to fit your boat driver's license and wallet and stuff like that. So it should come for a really nice result when everything's finished and looking good. So originally on this boat it had a plastic wood grain, imitation wood grain section on the dash there where all the gauges go. So we've peeled that off, and we're going to cut out a new section that goes on there, and we're going to upholster it in a nice vinyl, fit the gauges back in, and that'll just modern it, lift it up a bit and make it tie in with the rest of the interior rather than have that wood grain finish there that's probably not quite so suitable for the boat. Well, the job's finally done. After quite a few hours and a lot of blood, sweat and tears, for want of a better term, we've got a magnificent finished result inside this wake boat. Let's jump in and have a look and see what it looks like. So as you can see, we've got a very nice result here. I sort of tend to think of it as a semi-retro look. I quite like this type of look in a boat. It's light and it's airy. I think it's done the boat justice very well. With the driver's seat here, all we've done is retrim the original Haynes signature bucket seat, just modified it slightly, and created a good look, I think. As you can see, we've got pocket storage here just for things like driver's licenses, keys, stuff like that. You have to think about all these little practical things. Makes boating so much easier. And you can see the dash layouts, got the wake embroidery in there. So we've just used the existing back seat of the boat, reconfigured that slightly. Got nice handy cup holders here. The rear cushion lifts out. You've got plenty of storage under there, so that would be a great place to put lead weighting or something like that to build up the wake on the boat. You can fit a huge amount of weight in there. Maybe 2 small fat sacks or something like that as well. We've reupholstered the rear locker lids here, so you've got good storage in there as well, more weight if required, so to speak. Moving up to the front area here, we had some holes in the side of the boat here where there used to be a big aerial mounted, so we've just made up these nice little blanking plates. I think it adds to the look of the whole interior, sort of matches in with that retro styling that we're trying to achieve. You might remember the dual observer from earlier shots with the framework and everything. Well, this is the finished result. Cushion lifts up, you've got a huge amount of storage under there, and also this section here pulls out, so you've got more storage inside here as well. So I don't think we're going to have any lack of storage problems with this boat at all. We'll move through to the bow area now, have a look up there. So now we're sitting in the nice cosy bow area of the boat. We've just trimmed this all in the blue quilted material to match the rear of the boat. These cushions lift up, and once again, you've got really good storage up the front here. Another place to put more weight for the boat to help balance the boat out to achieve that perfect wake. Speaker cutouts ready for speakers to be fitted. Yeah, so we should have 4 speakers in the bottom of the boat and 2 on the tower when that's all fitted. Should be a good result. So overall, we worked on the design of this boat to have a bit of a retro look. I think it suits the styling and the shape of the boat. We've used the beige stamp skin vinyl, which is an excellent product. That tones in really well with the beige gel coat colour of the boat, and obviously the blue picks up on the blue top half of the hull of the boat. So it's all about just looking at the colours of the boat that you've got there, picking highlight colours, and you can't go wrong. If you stick to those sort of principles, you'll always end up with something pleasing to the eye. From a professional point of view, we hope that what we've done here is going to give you guys out there a bit of help and hints for having a look at doing this sort of thing yourself. It's not as hard as it looks. Obviously this is done by professionals, but you know, there's quite a few people out there who are reasonably handy and adaptable, so don't be scared to give stuff like this a go.